Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, men and women of goodwill. My name again still remains Emmanuel Oremi Jutmal, known as the Gracia Odyssey, and this is morning Exposition 7171. And your original pilot on Keep Abuzi Emmanuel Oremi Jut. Now listen. In the struggle for Biafra, we have come a long way. Many betrayals, many sabotage, and to a point of nowhere, confusion everywhere. But let me go back to how we started and the sabotage. Because the sabotage was very deep and deep in the bone marrow. The sabotage is not to Maazi Nnamdi, it's not to Maazi Simon Ekpa, it's not to Emmanuel Oremi Jut, but to Biafra people. Uwazuruike is the one that I'm talking about here. Chief Raf Uwazuruike, that was his name. Once a lawyer in Lagos, before he said he wants to liberate his own people who are never liberated. Uwazuruike took up the cause for Biafra. Our people died. In Lagos, our people was shot dead because of what? There was a time they said go and sew military uniform because we are marching. Everyone sewed military uniform. If you have been here those times, so military camouflage, people sewed camouflage to march, to go and protest. They were mowed down in a very dehumanizing way. This was a mistake because then Uwazuruike meant it, that he wants to liberate his own people. He was calling everyone to come up. When you start something at the beginning, it is very, very sweet. People were marching and they were mowed down in Lagos, mowed down in Biafra territories. He went down to Ekpa. Chief Raf Uwazuruike was later arrested in 2025, detained for 2 years, released after his mother died. That was 2007. But when he was released, he never told us that there are some of the agreement that he signed. It was that when he was released, he gave the distinct, oh, we are marching, we are doing this, there is no going back in Biafra. We never knew that that was the beginning of the seat, that he have signed some agreements with the Sokoto Caliphate. Uwazuruike came out, stayed in his house, doing the same Biafra, the same thing he was arrested for, and nobody arrested him. People march. Oh, we are going to, is it May Day? Is it May Day? That thing that he used to do every, is it 30? People march. He was not arrested. When Nnamdi Kanu took over in 2009, he started making an exposition into the criminality of Uwazuruike that he have sold out, that he signed agreement under Obasanjo never to engage in Biafra anymore. So all this why, this Biafra of Uwazuruike is a decoy. Okwa decoy ka na akpọ a decoy. Unma amachama English, okwa na no ndi mmadu na asu na asu. It was a decoy or ploy to extort from our own people. I could remember somehow 2000, I could remember somehow. So was it 2000 and what? That he sold plate number to people. 2009 through 2010, he sold plate number to people that they should go and buy. But one important thing that I want to do here is that when Maazi Nnamdi started, Uwazuruike knowing fully well, according to his letter confession, that there was a stab at his back. that he was doing, he no go gree, he no go gree. They brought all his commanders to him, and he have no option. So he signed and come out. For somebody that have Igbos at heart, for somebody that have Biafra at heart, for somebody that have his people at heart, he couldn't have started deceiving the same people, knowing fully well that he have signed never to bring the same Biafra. Uwazuruike started deceiving us. These are the people who will come out and tell you that somebody is a scam. The same Uwazuruike later came out to be attacking Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he is a scam, that he is not going to bring Biafra, that he is this, he is that he should come to, if he said that he wants to do Biafra, he should come to Nigeria because he is in Nigeria. The same Uwazuruike. Knowing fully well that according to his letter confession, that there was a stab at his back, so he have to sell out the Biafra struggle. But this was the same man stabbing the Igbos, stabbing the Biafra people, the same people who gave him the limelight, because nobody knew him. We built his house at Aglejika, which he told us that he lied to us that it will be Biafran embassy. Go and ask him. That house is now a private house. Chief Rafik Uwazuruike's house, the house that Biafra people bought everything for, built everything, both in manpower, money, and everything. It's now private property in Lagos at Aglejika. They call that house Lion Building. Am I communicating? Evil of the highest order. Moving on and moving forward, Uwazuruike started attacking Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling Maazi Nnamdi Kanu a scam. That Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is a scam. That he made Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Maazi Nnamdi Kanu made away with his money. This is the same person who signed an agreement, according to him, with Obasanjo, due to what he was doing, he no go gree, and they brought his commanders. If you have Biafra people at heart, he wouldn't betray Maazi Nnamdi Kanu that way, stab at the back. So, in other words, he was signed to be a stumbling block to Biafra, the same Biafra not to come. But then people believed in him. People, when you tell people that Uwazuruike is a sellout, they will tell you, oh, imagine what you are saying. Imagine Chief. You are insulting Chief. And that goes on and on. People never knew that the same man saying, they will tell you, oh, Chief that declared Biafra. Chief that declared Biafra. Do you know why when Chief started, well, nobody talks about Biafra? He have the morale, the audacity to talk about Biafra. Declare Biafra at Isitokwe or Isitokwe. He declared Biafra, and you people are saying Chief is a sellout. That was how the response of people, they never want to hear it. If you speak about it, you become a sellout to them. Uwazuruike went on and on with the help of people defending him to degrade and rubbish Biafra. Because people gave him that support. People told you, oh, somebody that have the morale at the time that he declared Biafra, nobody have the audacity to talk about Biafra. He came out to say it openly. Now you are calling him names. At the time that Uwazuruike declared Biafra, that was the coming back of democracy. Immediately democracy was announced. Uwazuruike announced announced Biafra, going back to Biafra. And that was when he helped Obasanjo to campaign, because he helped Obasanjo to campaign and amassed support for Obasanjo. Obasanjo won the election and never looked his side. So his annoyance was, since he was not appreciated, this was the things that happened before war. So it was based on personal aggrandizement. The Biafra declaration of Uwazuruike was based on personal aggrandizement. I am going somewhere. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started alerting us that the Fulanis were coming, that they are coming from Sahel, that they will kill men, they are going to destroy, rape our women, that the plan is already maturing. Uwazuruike came out to lie that there is no Fulani herdsmen, that it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who was orchestrating and parading and playing the Fulani herdsmen card. Our people were killed. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu raised alarm, Uwazuruike will do a video that it was IPOB people that are killing people, not Fulani. He gave his this thing staying in the north, that they don't kill, that they only rear their cows. I am quoting according to Uwazuruike's video, that they only rear their cows and they don't kill. What they do is rear their cows, where their cows will eat. What do they gain from killing? Uwazuruike come out to defend these Fulani herdsmen people that are ravaging our land. The same Uwazuruike declared his support for North. Every election time, Uwazuruike goes to election. Every election time, every election cycle, Uwazuruike goes and supports one candidate or the other. So we know where we are coming from. Because he who never knew where rain started beating him or her, will never know where the rain will stop. We'll never know where the rain will stop. Uwazuruike defended the Fulani herdsmen, named it Igbo Fulani herdsmen, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did series of videos saying that the IPOB should stop orchestrating lies. Fast forward to this day. This is where I'm going to. Our people are being killed in Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, Imo, Abia, Delta, Rivers, everywhere, Benue, Igbos and Biafra people are being killed. Where is the Uwazuruike? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer around. He is the one. I watched a video that he did one day saying he could not sleep. That when he thinks that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is behind bar, it gives him sleepless nights. That despite everything, that Ndibo, we are one. We are supposed to fight for one another. The fight that he was fighting is the fight that benefits Ndibo. Now that he is inside, it is when the fight that he is fighting benefits Ndibo that he no longer sleep. But this was the man deceiving Igbo people that he is pursuing for Biafra when he is not pursuing for Biafra. In his later confession, he said, as it happened. So which ploy, which trick, which chameleon color can Uwazuruike not showed to us as a Biafra people? This was the same man who claimed that he is fighting for freedom, who is holding us, the Sokoto Caliphate. But he's conquer friends with Sokoto. So we know where we are coming from. Uwazuruike invited them. Whenever he does Biafra something, he invites Northerners and tell you, what are they calling these sponsors of Boko Haram now? And tell you that he's friends with them, that they should come and celebrate Biafra with them. But lo and behold, what these people come is to urinate on the grave of those who have died for Biafra. They come. Our people will hear, oh, Chief, you are building bridges. There is no bridge. It is a sabotage. According to his later confession, it was what he signed to do. Because when he told you that, when he see his commanders lined up, he have no option than to sign. Many people do not ask him, what did you sign? What was in that paper that you signed? It was a betrayal. Judas Iscariot letter. But the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom he called name, he's using trick. He's standing very tall Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I can, instead of me to allow this judge to try me, I will stay in the cell for eternity, which shows mental toughness, which shows bravery, which shows that this man is here for the Biafra people, which shows that this man is here not for his own personal aggrandizement. So we know where we come from. So we do not betray ourselves. So we do not stab ourselves. Because in Igbo, it is very hard for us to believe in something. I am a man Oromi Jews. Very, very important. Uwazuruike betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When Mazi Simon Ekpa started and continued, you could remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disappeared in Kenya, that we do not know that he had disappeared. Uwazuruike did a video that he can no longer attack IPOB members. He did a video that he can no longer attack IPOB members. That because he wanted to do his own in Egbe, in Mma, and he couldn't achieve it. So anybody that can do it, let the person do it. Not knowing that Uwazuruike held a meeting with Benjamin Mmadubugwa and the rest of them in the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have disappeared. So he exonerated himself before the bringing back of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He exonerated himself. It was a game played against us. While we were busy hailing them, they were busy playing game. Dirty game against us. And our people die. Our people die. The same person who said that if you can do it in Ebenama, do it. As since that time that he made the video, Eastern Security Network died a natural death, which means Uwazuruike have had a meeting with those actors. That was the reason why he made that very video. When Mazi Simon Ekpa started doing his own bam bam didi, the same Uwazuruike who said that he can no longer attack those who believe in Nebenama came out to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa, which means Uwazuruike is the eyes of Nigerian government within our region. He defended Fulani herdsmen. He defended the Northerners against us. He defended Nigeria ideologically, trickishly. Because when we were crying that Fulani herdsmen are coming, even during Uwazuruike Masop, Fulani herdsmen have started killing us. But Uwazuruike changed it because when we were in Masop, we went to Anumodo to face the Fulani herdsmen at the back of what are they calling it? St. Jude or St. Raphael Catholic Church. That was 2006 that the Fulani herdsmen massacred our people. 2006 at the back of Anumodo. I mean, St. Raphael Catholic Church. Go there and ask people around there. They massacred and killed our people. But Uwazuruike denied due to the agreement that he signed with Obasanjo. What is the agreement he signed with Obasanjo? Which means Obasanjo was not there to represent his own people, but Fulani herdsmen interest. Because during Obasanjo, he signed an agreement that protected the Fulani herdsmen. What an irony. What a pain. This is the same man staying in the land of Biafra, breathing and drinking the waters that come from the land of Biafra. He have children equally. I could remember fighting an unending war for months with his son called Louis. But let me carry on. Let me move on. So, after he made the video that he will no longer attack anybody who believe in arm, he still come back to attack Maazi Simon Ekpa, which means initially why he made that video is because he knew that Akejidego Odogwu, and there are agreements which he signed or which he discussed with those who are key actors in Biafra land. That is the reason why he came out to make that very video to exonerate himself. Am I communicating? Am I speaking up? So we know those who are killing us in our own land. We know the key actors who are bringing these Fulani herdsmen in our own land. One would ask, Uwazuruike, you believe that you want to get the freedom for your own people. Why did you then hate your own people this way? It boils down to the beginning. Obasanjo refused to appoint him. So because of the personal and selfish aggrandizement, he then went on Biafra, which confused a lot of people. When you are talking to a lot of people, they will tell you, no, how can Chief be a saboteur? Did you know? 1999, nobody will talk about Biafra, but Chief have the boldness, the audacity to declare Biafra. He came out to declare, let my people go, and my people are going. When you ask these people, if Uwazuruike is not a sellout, then where is the Biafra? They will tell you, it doesn't matter. The chief will have the key. There is what they call Uwazuruike's philosophy or what. When you ask them, how can you get Biafra in this way, staying in Nigeria, drinking with Nigeria, supporting an election, bringing the Northerners to do this, they will tell you that Chief Knowledge or Chief Ginimwana way. That is how to get Biafra. Because they don't know what they are doing. So they will only answer you, Chief Knowledge. That Chief have the way. When you point these things to them, they will call you a sabo. You're a saboteur, you're a sellout. And I believe good numbers of them, when Uwazuruike made the testimony, how the agreement that he signed, receive insights, receive wisdom. And receive sense at the end of the day. Are you getting it? Uwazuruike stabbed deep in the back of Biafra people. Deep in the back of Umuibo. These Fulani herdsmen being brought in our own region. Maazi Nnamdi Kanu raised the alarm. He sabotaged Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sabotaged Maazi Simon Ekpa. In his own technology, in his own distance, Sabo number one. That's the own. Sabo number one. Anywhere Beleface, where can I get money? But lo and behold, let me tell you, he who sells his brother, even those whom he sold his brother will never love him. Did you know what they did to Uwazuruike? Those houses that he acquired in Owerri, part of it was destroyed by Hope Uzodinma, another Fulani stooge. Another Fulani stooge. They used Hope Uzodinma to destroy his house. Maybe allocate the same house to another person. This is the Nigeria that people want to protect. This is the Nigeria that they want to save. This is the Nigeria that have killed our own people, inflicted injury on our own people. This is the same Nigeria that these people want to protect. When you look at them, when they speak, you think that they have brain. You think that there is something upstairs. Lo and behold, nothing. Not even a pin. Nothing is there. They talk like Okponus. Like those whose brain are in cage. That's how they talk. No point. Since Fulani herdsmen started killing you, have Uwazuruike come out? Have you seen Uwazuruike come out to make a video against the Fulani herdsmen? That he once protected and said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Fulani herdsmen. The thing that Ijele speak was saying, Igbo Fulani herdsmen are the people killing our own people, raping our own people, was migrated from Uwazuruike. That's where it migrated from, Uwazuruike. This Asari Dokubo now that is bad-mouthing the Igbo. I could remember when backup was sent to back people up in the Niger Delta, in the creeks of Niger Delta, by Masop. Notable people that will go to the creek and start bombing pipeline. The agenda was to release Uwazuruike and the Asari Dokubo. But the thing only favors Asari Dokubo. The whole card was played on Asari Dokubo. Monkey the walk, baboon the chop. Release Uwazuruike. Just because Uwazuruike never stood on his ground. The whole card. This Asari Dokubo now that was doing Ndibo, this and that. Asari Dokubo was a very sheepish idiot. I am telling you. The day that he saw Uwazuruike in court, he came to the same court with Uwazuruike. He ran. Oh, allow me to hug my brother. He ran. Uwazuruike is his brother. I could remember then the words that Chief chipped to him. It is on camera. I don't know how to get the same video now because we watch it then on the news. Why the news report that he encourages Asari Dokubo to be strong. The same person telling somebody to be strong was not strong to his own people. He stabbed his people deep in the bone marrow. Because people will think, or may think, oh, this stab, he stabbed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stabbed Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa. Otherwise, the Fulani herdsmen killing will not be. So the stab was against Ndibo because he brought the Northerners. He showed them land. He showed them that he is in connection with them. He gave him his words that I will protect your people. That was the word of Uwazuruike. They have come. Have you seen Uwazuruike making video to condemn Fulani herdsmen? Killing. Are they killing today? Are they killing today? Did they start their killings today? The answer is no. But Uwazuruike can never make any video. He can never condemn these same people because of his own personal aggrandizement. There was a time he said that he is a kingmaker, that most of the governors in power, he put them. Lo and behold, Rochas Okorocha, he put Rochas Okorocha in power. And Rochas Okorocha left him. Yes, he put Rochas Okorocha in power. He put Peter Obi in power. He put a lot of them in power because he went to do godfatherism in Nigeria. Too many senators that are there, he put them in power. That is the reason why Nigeria is favoring him. So if you want to die, it's up to you. From Fojuaba. Kande one. Only me that it must benefit. If not me, nobody else. And our people are dying. Every day by day, every day by day, our people are going into extinction. But it favors him, so he will keep quiet. Is he dying? Is his family dying? Is his brother dying? Is his sister dying? So why would you want Uwazuruike to speak? Why he is not dying? Why they are not paying the ultimate price? Why would you want him to speak? Uwazuruike cannot speak. He doesn't pay the ultimate price. Only those who pays the ultimate price will stand up to speak. Only them will stand up to speak. Otherwise, shut up. Nobody knows you. Nobody will talk about you. Eshibege ejebe. Where can they from your house and go to? For those who do not know ebe mmiri si wee mama ndị Igbo, ebe mmiri si wee mama ụmụ Biafra. I receive intel the other time that Chinenye Okoli or thereabout was selling his people's land to Ndi Fulani in quest to marry Abdul Salami Abubakar's daughter. Ndi Fulani in Enugu State are now in one of the village in Enugu State are now incorporated into Umunna meeting, which is an eyesore that anytime you knock Ogele for Umunna meeting, you will see them attending. When Umunna will tell them, oh, you are not supposed to be here, Chinenye Okoli will say they are now part of the village. So they're supposed to be part and parcel of whatever they do, Umunna, including Umunna meeting. They have nowhere to go again. So they have been planted in quest for exchange of Yibu. That's it. In exchange of Igbo. These are the people that Uwazuruike trained. Uwazuruike showed them that you can do anything, sell your own people. And that was the reason why I started crying. Because he who see people if he cannot get his own money, he will go and do anything, including selling Ndibo out, in order to make that very money. Ya kpọtụba kedu ebe anyị chere ọkpụnya n'ọkụ? Where are we going to? Where do you think that we are going to with this type of life and behavior? Those who claim, those whom the people trusted, as at the time Uwazuruike na-eri people ọgbakọrọtele, people were vehemently defending him, telling you, oh, Chief declared Biafra 1999. Did you know what it takes for somebody that declared Biafra 1999? You want to fight Chief. People were vehemently defending him. I could remember Sisters, despite my experience when I left Onitsha, because I actually left. What forced me to Lagos was after the Nigerian army keep arresting me. So I have to flee for my life. That was the reason why I went to Lagos. My life have been upside down since Biafra struggle. At the advent of this Biafra struggle, I flee to Lagos against my own will because I never wanted to leave Alibo. I never wanted to leave Alibo. Even up to today, I still think home. I still think, when can I go home? I flee Onitsha against my own will. I arrived Lagos. When I arrived Lagos, I was still with wounds, the beating of the Nigerian army, the injury inflicted on me. It pains me a lot each time I remember how I left Alibo, migrate, and now left not even with family to where I am now. It pains me a lot. Even I have to start life afresh to where I am. It pains me a lot. This is a life I never wanted to be against my own people. Whichever stand I take today is to the best interest of my own people. I left Alibo with wounds on my back after the Nigerian army captured me August 4th, 2006. 4th of August 2006. That was when Nigerian army captured me. And later, I was rescued that very day. But people paid the ultimate price. Somebody died in my own case. Somebody died. Somebody was shot dead right before me. That was the very first time I am witnessing direct shoot to kill person. Very first time in my life. So this Biafra struggle have been capped with a lot, which Almighty God kept me alive till this day. I never knew the reason why I'm alive, but I will always thank God. I will always thank God in everything, irrespective of what anybody thinks. I thank God. So I left Lagos again because of Biafra struggle to an exile. But there are people making money from this very struggle. Uwazuruike made money, build. IPOB, ndị ihe a, ndị ọwa anyị nwa dị in charge, they made money, build. And I chose one Nigeria. How can you get one Nigeria from those who are killing you? Like you had that guy who started preaching to me this and that and later gravitated to one Nigeria. How do you preach one Nigeria to those who are killing you? How do you go back to one Nigeria? That's the question. That's the question. I am a man religious, and the preaching I do here is undilutedly, just because Elohim Chukwu Abiyama, the creator of heaven and earth, is God and not man, and only him will give us freedom. Only him will give us freedom. I think I have spoken a lot. Obi na-agbawa m. Obi na-agbawa m. But ya dịba mbọsị nta abịa chụọ n'Owere nchi. It's one of the sacrifice I must do. No matter what, it's one of the sacrifice. But Biafra will come. But let it be known to anybody that those who are suppressing Biafra are those who once talk about Biafra. Uwazuruike. How shameless can you be? Your people are dying. From Enugu, from Ebonyi State to Enugu, from Lower Benue down to Ebonyi State, from Ebonyi State, Enugu, from Enugu to Anambra, from Anambra, what is the name of this state? Kogi, Lower Kogi, from there to Delta, from Delta to Ubiaja, Edo State, from there down to Imo State. From Imo State, Rivers, Abia State, Cross River, and all these Biafran states, we are suffering and paying the price. But Biafra will come within our own eyes. Those who once talk about Biafra are our parents. From me from here, from the temple of the grace here, it is good morning, please.